Day 2 is done. We spent the day getting rained on. We did trauma scenarios and skill sign-offs, splinting, spinal cord immobilization, stretcher lifts in the rain, putting the patient on the stretcher, putting the stretcher in with nobody on it, lifting the stretcher, putting it in the ambulance with a 105-pound mannequin, the 175-pound mannequin, like basic soft tissue injury, bandaging. We carried our instructor up and down a couple flights of stairs with the stair chair. She's about 230 pounds. And I did not drop her. Apparently, in the previous class, somebody dropped her. We did an MCI scenario, multiple patient, and it was my turn to be the patient. I was a woman being human trafficked, and so I was tied up and shoved in the back seat on the floor between the back of the front seats and the back seat, wedged down in there, pretending to be drugged up, bound, and bruised, you know. What else did we do? Backboards, C-collars. And so it was all just, EMT refresher stuff. I found out my schedule for paramedic, and I'm excited because as a mom, one of my biggest stressors was trying to figure out time management on starting his college courses, working his job. My daughter's in cheerleading. My youngest, once school starts, making sure I'm home for her, pick up, drop off, bus times, and all of that. My paramedic classes start after she gets on the bus, and I will be home before she gets off the bus. And so it's kind of reminding me, my 2 older ones were younger. I have been self-employed pretty much their entire lives in some capacity or another, so that I had full control over my schedule, so that I could always be home with them as much as possible, attend their school functions. And so I remember when my 2 older ones were younger, they didn't think I worked because I did birth photography, doula work, and midwifery apprenticeship for home birth. And babies are born in the middle of the night. Get the call that a patient was in labor, and I would call my dad, and he would come over, sleep on my couch, the kid. I would go off to the birth, help catch a baby, and then I would usually be home before they would wake up or need to go to school in the morning, and my dad would go home. He lived like a mile and a half down the road from my house. It was like super convenient. They had no idea that I was gone, however many hours in the middle of the night. I'm glad that I can provide that same sort of feeling for my youngest one. A huge weight off my shoulders. I'm so relieved. Survived day 2. A little wet and gross. I'm glad that I chose to throw my hair up in braids because she'd be fuzzy. When I go inside, I'm going to eat